Greetings, beautiful friends. Happy Monday to you. Here we are stepping into a brand new week. I trust you had a lovely weekend and are all ready to really feel into. This is us with our inner compass forecast for the week ahead. I trust you had a nurturing weekend and filled your cup and allowed yourself to really tap into this idea of the inner compass. You know, we all have an inner compass, our intuition, our inner wisdom. And we all also have our own rhythm and our own way of accessing that. So having some reflection time and some just feeling into, are you being the truthful being that's within you? You see, why I'm saying that, this week's effect from the moon is very potent, it's very powerful, and the intentions that we set right here, right now, will have a profound effect moving forward. And why I'm saying that is the lunar phase that we're affected by is the super new moon in the sign of Gemini, which arrived yesterday, Sunday. And it is the second super new moon of 2026. And it's the most potent because it's the closest. That's what a super moon is it's when it's closest to the earth in its trajectory. And what that does is it magnifies, you see, a new moon, we're planting seeds, we're setting intentions, we're really getting clear on our soul's guidance, on our inner compass guidance. With it being magnified, the ripple effect of the intentions that you set now will ripple out for a long time. With it being in the sign of Gemini, it's all about communication. So this is a time to lean into, to feel into the conversations, the words, the verbiage that you use to yourself about yourself. But then it's also a time to really do an inventory, get clear on the connections, the decisions, the thoughts. You see, just the other day I was having a conversation with a friend, and we were talking about the sneakiness of comparing ourselves to others. So feel into this for a moment, because I can do this. I can have a narration going of, I can't do that because, but unless I sit and lean into it and tell myself the truth, it might be that it's an outdated story that's based on what I saw somebody do or not do, or what I inherited from some other phase or chapter. So now when we come into this space of the new moon, this is not a lot of doing time. This is a time for really softening into, is it time to let go of an outmoded story? And this is also a time to really not get caught up in the, I screwed up, I did something wrong, I'm using bad words again, or I'm playing too small. It's all okay. The thing about this Gemini new moon, it's actually really encouraging us to be willing to lean into and tell ourselves the truth, where we're heading, what we're giving energy to. And maybe there's a time to start saying, you know, I've belonged to this group, or I've adhered to this way of thinking, or I've given my power to an agenda that actually doesn't work for me anymore. Come into that. And this is what I'm saying, is it's so important to tell yourself the truth and lean into. So back to what I was just saying about the sneakiness of comparison, feel into that. Are you telling yourself the truth? Are you reminding yourself that you are a creator being? You're more powerful than actually words can ever describe. Are you owning that? Are you allowing that to be the navigational piece, the allowing you to line up with your path forward? As always with these sessions, if I say something that confuses you, triggers you, you need a wee bit more support, put it in the comments below or message me directly. My whole intent with these inner compass forecasts is to allow you to lean into and calibrate to your inner wisdom. You are wise beyond measure. Are you allowing that to be your own navigational force? So now, take a nice deep breath. As we, like I said, the super new moon arrived yesterday, but the ripple effect carries on. And when it's this powerful, this whole week, really watch your words. That's something else that can actually be very potent, is just be mindful. It's almost like being the observed and the observer at the same time. Pause for a moment and watch the words that are coming out. Do you speak kindly to yourself? Is your inner dialogue, is it kind? Is it supportive? Is it uplifting? Is it compassionate? Or is it critical or judgy or comparing you to other people? And whichever way, it's not right or wrong. It's actually about really being willing to show up for yourself as yourself, and then making the choices that really calibrate to your essence, to your inner compass. So now that I've said all of that, the first deck of cards that we use for these sessions is my letting go guidance system. Because if you followed these at all, you know that as we evolve, as we really lean into our inner guidance and the true nature of who we are at our heart level, there will always be things, patterns, ideas, connections that don't serve us, who we're becoming. And at a new moon, this is a very potent time to just say, okay, that phase is over. It's not in alignment with who I have become or who I am becoming. So let's see what card wants to come up for us with this letting go piece here. Take a nice deep breath. And let's see which comes up. Oh, what's coming up is conflict. So with I was saying about the being willing to have uncomfortable conversations, being willing to own the narration, sometimes we can have conflict internally or externally that's kind of, just below the audible signal. And we keep it there because I don't like conflict. I don't like conflict. But sometimes we need to say, okay, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to speak my part. I'm going to allow the power of my words, which always starts internally, right? Your thinking process. And allow the truth of you to shine through. So letting go of the resistance of conflict, because sometimes we can create a story that's so not true that we say, oh, I can't say that, or I can't do this, or I can't use those words, or I can't go that way, because, and fill in the blanks, because it's going to be too tough. They're not going to like me. They're not going to accept me. Well, hey, if that conflict is diluting the power of you in some way, which it will be, it's time to release the propensity to resist that. And like I said, if that brings up something for you, you need a wee bit more support or guidance, or just a sounding board, let me know. So now, moving into the next deck of cards that I use for these sessions, let's see what tarot card wants to come up for us. Oh, this is hilarious. This card actually already fell out today. And it was funny because I looked at this card and I thought, oh, that was actually quite on point. And now I shuffle the cards and here it is. The World. This is such a potent, powerful card to remind us to lead with our heart energy, really get in touch with that inner compass. But also, the other part that I think of when I see that card is, remember, you are a powerful creator being and you have the world in the palm of your hands. You are that powerful to animate the intentions that make you say yes. What does yes feel like for you? Maybe this is a time to recalibrate, to reset, to set intentions that really are who you are at a soul level, at a very deep level. The potency of these times that we're coming through are, you can't underestimate the power of you saying, yes, I'm going that way, or no, I'm releasing that. You deserve, you are worthy of your own compassion, your own kindness. Remember to always make sure that you are talking to yourself and about yourself as a beloved one. You deserve your own unconditional love. That's actually what we're all seeking. At the core, we want unconditional love and acceptance. It starts here. This is the week for you to calibrate to that and to really align with that. So, I know I'm getting quite serious here, but this is powerful. I really hope that you can feel the power of this. And now, we are going to, oh, this is good, sandwiched between two powerful cards. I pulled 3 of the Healing with the Angels cards. The first one is Guardian Angel. You know, sometimes we have inner dialogue that's kind of making us too stuck in the 3D realms and not allowing us to really lean into, we are spiritual beings having this experience. Where is harmony for you? Harmony comes when we lean into doing what we can do and then allowing the universe, guardian angels, source energy, creator, whatever it is for you, the higher power, allowing that to come through, because sometimes we block it because we get too caught up in that narration or in that inner dialogue, or the being mean and cruel in our own thinking process, the woulda, coulda, shoulda. And that the final one on that one is blessings. I know we live in tumultuous times. There is so much discombobulation and suffering and turmoil. I know it's there. You know it's there. What are you giving your attention to? I just had a conversation with somebody else just a couple of days ago. It's so important for us to remember that which we pay most attention to grows. This is a powerful time to really step into the power of that. If you do not want to see something or have something magnified, pull your attention to things that you do. Pull your attention to what you're grateful for, what makes your heart sing. Come into your inner guidance. It's here. It's always here. We just need to remember, lean into it, breathe into it. I trust that makes sense. So powerful guidance. I'm just about ready to send you off into this empowering, beautiful, auspicious week ahead. But before I do, I'm just going to seal this conversation off with one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth cards. That's what this whole path, that's what this whole experience is. That's what following your inner compass is all about, is to liberate the truth within you. It's there. We just need to remember that sometimes. Oh, look at this. The card that's come up for us with this one is I am guided. We are all guided. We just had Guardian Angel and Blessings come up, and there's such a strong reminder to lean into that guidance system. So let me read this out to you. I make time to suspend logic and trust in my feelings. This helps me access the answers that dwell within my heart rather than my mind. I'm laughing because I was really emphasizing that. Come into your heart. Feelings are a part of the guidance to fulfill my greatest potential. Lean into that. Allow that to be your guidance system. Is you are guided. Don't rely too much on your thinking process. Come into the truth of you, of the empowered creator being that you are. I wish you a superb week ahead. Like I said, if you need any support or guidance to help navigate through this energy, let me know. I will be back again with you for our check-in next week. Much love to you, and thank you for watching.